Stream KOAM News now on the TV app, available for iOS and Android.
Right now at 5, Holiday Lanes in Pittsburgh kicks off its annual bowling tournament.
We've got our partial solar eclipse today. We're going to talk about how that's going to shape up for us and how the rest of the day is looking coming up.
Plus, Webb City High School performs The Day the Internet Died at the new Cardinal Theater.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5 a.m. I'm Elise Noe.
And I'm Chris Warner. So partial solar eclipse today.
Yes, it's finally
here. A lot
here.
of folks are looking forward to it. And unfortunately, I don't have very good news about our ability to see the eclipse today.
It's going to be cloudy.
It's going to be a bit on the cloudy side out there, but at least it's going to be warm.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, we'll
something.
take it. We'll take it.
And we've got our celebration taking place today.
Do.
We'll be live at noon, and it'll be
that'll be exciting.
Between 3rd and 4th Street at the old public library. It's where the Creative Learning Alliance is now. So we'll be down there today. So make sure you come check that out. Even if it's cloudy, there's still going to be a lot of fun going on.
Absolutely.
Let's start with our temperatures right now. Quick look outside Joplin and Pittsburgh. We are sitting at 43 in Pittsburgh, 48 in Joplin right now. And right now, unfortunately, too, we have those clear skies, but clouds are going to start to roll in rather quickly as we head through the morning hours. We're into the 40s for most of us across the area. A little cooler down by Jay into the upper 30s, but otherwise, not a bad start to the day. A little bit on the chilly side out there. So let's talk about that solar eclipse and what we are expecting. So for us, of course, we are right here. We're at about 95%, and this is not to sound corny or whatever, but really it is night and day different from being between the path of totality and even just 95%. So it'll be dark out there, but not nearly as dark as it'll be in the path of totality. So the eclipse will begin at about 12:34 p.m. and reach its maximum for us at about 1:52 and come to a close at about 3:10 this afternoon. Unfortunately, again, though, we are looking at mostly cloudy skies by this afternoon when it's time to see the eclipse. So you still need to take precautions, still wear appropriate protective eyewear, but our viewing is not going to be that fantastic. Kids get on the bus, 46, partly cloudy, southeast breeze 5 to 10 miles an hour. When they come home, mostly cloudy, southwest breeze gusting to 25 at times, and right about 72. We're heading for highs, mid-upper 70s out there. It will be mostly cloudy as we go through the majority of this day. We also have some shower and thunderstorm chances tonight and some more shower chances as we head into the week. We'll look at all the details in your full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, we'll see you soon, Chris. Well, Kansas lawmakers yesterday passed a bill to cut taxes for residents, but it might not make it all the way to becoming a law. The House and Senate passed the bill, which would cut taxes by more than $1.5 billion over the next 3 years. However, Governor Laura Kelly has indicated she will veto the measure, and it's not clear if lawmakers have the votes to override the veto. The main point of contention is a change to the tax bracket system. The state currently has 3. This bill would reduce it to 1. Both the House and Senate would need a 2/3 majority to override a possible veto. An Oklahoma nonprofit last week broke ground on its largest affordable housing project. The Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity is behind the Oklahoma City project. The neighborhood of Cornerstone Creek will be the site of more than 400 affordable homes, giving many Oklahomans a place to put down roots. The site includes 160 acres that will transform into the homes throughout the next 8 years. The nonprofit plans to build 2 and 3 bedroom homes that are energy efficient and will cost around $165,000. If you're ever on the go and want to still be able to watch our newscast live, just download the KOAM Plus app. It's available free of charge on the App Store of your choice. Just search for KOAM Plus. Webb City High School Sunday performed the day the internet died for the community. The comedy demonstrates what would happen in today's world if the internet died. A synopsis of the show says it embodies how much present-day culture relies on the internet when it comes to shopping, communication, and social media. The show, which is described as a comedy, was written by Ian McWethy and Jason Pizzarello.
I want them to contemplate how much do they use the internet? How much time do they spend stuck on that screen compared to talking with their spouse, with their children, with community members, with the church members, whoever they come in contact with.
Today's performance was at the Cardinal Theater. Holiday Lanes in Pittsburgh kicked off its annual four-state tournament this weekend. The tournament categories include singles, doubles, and teams with more than 200 participants. Event organizers say this tournament gives people of all ages the chance to play the sport.
We get to see a lot of our tournament bowlers only once or twice a year, and we've been seeing a lot of these folks for many, many years. I've got people that have been playing it longer than I've been around, and I've been doing it for 29 years. So it's kind of nice, a lot of camaraderie.
This was the 63rd year the bowling alley has hosted the event, quite the tradition. Well, Sunday, a Pittsburgh elementary school community came together for a carnival. KOAM Samantha Walker has more on how the event benefits a good cause.
We're having fun.
Meadowlark Elementary in Pittsburgh was filled with students, but they weren't there for class. Students and their families gathered together for the school's annual carnival. Attendees could play various games, win prizes, get face paint, or jump in a bounce house.
I'm very excited. I'm very happy to be here, experiencing in this, or being involved.
And volunteers from across the community came to help support, including local football players and students from other schools.
It's exciting to see the support that the school has from the community and the people who donated items for the silent auction, and just having that for the school.
Attendees could bid on various silent auction items. Organizers say the proceeds from the auctions and carnival go to a very special cause.
We have just ordered a book vending machine, and that is something we've been raising money for the last 2 years. And so the money from Carnival is going to help fill that with books for students to earn through showing positive behaviors and different skills and things within the school building.
For students and their families, the carnival is a way for them to help bond in a place they go to every day.
It brings in the families into the school where they don't normally get to be a part of, and it just bridges that gap between school and home.
And for some, it's just a place to have fun with their loved ones. One student described the carnival as a water slide because...
Maybe because how fun it is.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Organizers say if you're interested in helping sponsor the upcoming book vending machine, you can call Meadowlark's front office to learn more. That's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. Missouri Southern baseball looks to get back on track for their Sunday series finale. We'll have the details. Plus, SpaceX launched its Falcon 9 rocket from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida yesterday. And we have a warm and mostly cloudy day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Windows for less. With springtime in mind, so is spring cleaning. With our double hung windows tilt-in features, it makes cleaning easy. Give us a call today to schedule your free at-home estimate. If you want the best for less, call Windows for Less.
Well, the Missouri Southern Lions only have a handful of home games remaining in the regular season. The Lions look to get back on track for their Sunday series finale at Warren Turner Field. Missouri Southern facing the Broncos of Central Oklahoma. We're going to begin in the first inning. Garrett Rice hitting a deep fly ball in the wind. The outfielder can't find it. And guess what? Nobody else can either because it's gone for a 3-run homer. Lions lead 3-0. Now we go to the fourth. Southern down 5-4. Nate Myskowski hits this ball to deep center. Caleb Glass is out of room, and it's out of here. 2-run home run. Lions take a 6-5 lead. So we go to the fifth inning. Southern looking to extend their lead as Garrett Rice hits this to center field. Glass can't make the play out there, and the ball bounces off his foot. 2-run score. Missouri Southern now leads 8-5. A few batters later, Davis hits this sharply up the middle, and Rice will score. Missouri Southern clinches the series, win big in this game, 17-6, the final. Elsewhere in the MIAA, Pitt State Gorillas face Central Missouri Mules, and there's a reason they're ranked number 2 in the country. UCM completes the sweep of Pitt State by winning the series finale 13-4. Gorillas hit the road for Emporia State on Tuesday. Well, it's been 2 years since Kansas City Royals had a record above 500, but that was the case on Sunday as the Royals looked to complete a 4-game sweep. Windy day at the K, taking on the team from the Windy City. And we're going to start in the top of the fifth. Former Royal Andrew Benintendi hits an RBI single to center field. The White Sox get out to a 3-0 lead. So in the bottom of the fifth, Hunter Renfroe has a slow start to the year, but puts a good swing on it, and you can put it on the board. 2-run home run. Royals get within a run. So we go 3-2. Heading into the bottom of the seventh, same score. MJ Melendez is going to belt this fastball into the fountain deck. It's gone for a go-ahead 2-run home run. White Sox challenged the play to see if there was any fan interference, but after review, the call stands. The Royals sweep the Sox. Kansas City goes on to win the game 5-3. Meanwhile, the St. Louis Cardinals wrap up their series with the Miami Marlins, who are no longer winless. Miami takes down St. Louis 10-3. The Cardinals will stay home and face Philadelphia on Monday night. On Sunday marked the final game of the women's college basketball season. The Iowa Hawkeyes look to win after finishing as runner-up last season. On the other hand, South Carolina looks to go undefeated. Caitlin Clark in the biggest name in the game, looking to win Iowa's first national title in the first quarter. Iowa leads by 8. Clark shoots this from way beyond the arc, and she drills it. Hawkeyes lead by 11. Later in the half, USC starts to go on a run. Camila Cardoso works down low as she picks up the bucket and the foul. Such a tough player to defend. Iowa only leads by 1 point. Over to the third quarter, South Carolina leading by 8. Tessa Johnson is ready in transition. She drains that three-pointer. The Gamecocks lead by 11. Iowa made it interesting in the fourth quarter. Just over 2 minutes left in the game. Humor for Carolina is no good, but Cardoso is there for the rebound and the putback. That pretty much seals the deal. South Carolina goes on to defeat the Iowa Hawkeyes 87-75. Gamecocks are national champions, and South Carolina caps off the undefeated season. Well, still to come, we're going to see why experts say alcohol use is increasing among retirees and older adults. Plus, we have another check of that forecast, including the eclipse forecast, when the KOAM Morning News returns.
With Heritage Track. Right now, you can get in the seat. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
Nominate your Ford State hero today.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. 5:18 now on this Eclipse Monday across the area, and we're going to take a look first off at what we're expecting in terms of coverage here. Now, of course, we know that the total eclipse is going to stay off to our south and to our southeast across the area, but here in the 4 states, we're looking at about 95% coverage. However, that difference can be the same as night and day, and that's not to be silly. It's a fact, because we're still going to get 5% of light out of the sun, whereas, of course, in the path of totality, they get 0%. So we're looking at this eclipse beginning at 12:34. We're going to reach that 95% at about 1:52 this afternoon across the area, and it will come to a close at about 3:10 this afternoon. Unfortunately, though, we're also looking at ample cloud cover as we head into the afternoon as well. So in the path of totality, some clearing may take place in some locations. So if you are heading down there, probably already there to be honest, and you may have a better shot, but here in the 4 states, unfortunately, we're not looking at a great shot of viewing for this eclipse. For the rest of the day, though, again, the clouds will increase through the morning. We're going to be mostly cloudy as we head into the afternoon. We're still going to be warm, though, with temperatures going mid-upper 70s. And as we go overnight into early tomorrow morning, start to see a few showers out there, maybe even a rumble of thunder or two, mainly with the thunder chances along and south of I-44. Not expecting any strong or severe storms, but a couple of thunderstorms will be possible. Could have a few stray showers into the afternoon. I think otherwise we're just mostly cloudy and dry tomorrow. We're also a little cooler, and we'll have an opportunity for showers to return later in the day on Tuesday as well as we head into the evening and overnight hours again. 48 in Joplin right now, feeling like 45. Clear skies. Unfortunately, they won't stay that way out there. Temperatures around the region, for the most part, hanging out into the 40s. We have a good swath, though. We've got low to mid 40s and mid to upper 40s, so not bad in terms of those temperatures. Could be a lot colder. There was a post from Doug Hetty from, just a couple of years ago where we were looking at snow in the first week of April, so it could be a lot worse. Mostly cloudy as we get the day started, up to about 66 by 11 o'clock this morning. Highs today averaging the mid to upper 70s out there. Again, mostly cloudy. We'll have that southwest wind occasionally gusting upwards of 25. And through the evening, we are initially dry and we are cloudy. We'll see showers and again, maybe a couple of thunderstorms as we go overnight, with temperatures falling back relatively mild as we go back into the low to mid 50s. As we head through the rest of the work week, we're going to be, again, a little cooler tomorrow. The AM and PM is on there because I think in between the morning and evening hours, we're going to be dry and cloudy, low 70s, and we'll have shower chances morning and evening. Showers throughout the day on our Wednesday, cooler into the 60s, breezy on Thursday. Take a look at the weekend, though. Some wind, some sunshine, and downright warm out there as we go upper 70s and low 80s. And we have some additional thunderstorm chances by next Monday and Wednesday. Temperatures into the upper 70s. That is a check of your forecast. We will be back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
The new $1.99 Sonic Crispy Tender Wraps are here for a limited time in bold flavors like hickory barbecue, garlic butter, bacon, garlic butter. Need we say more? Sonic Garlic Butter Bacon Cheeseburger.
Topping Health Watch this morning. Let's be honest, most people don't actually enjoy doing their taxes, but with the deadline to file on April 15th right around the corner, psychologists say there's new research shedding light on why some people procrastinate when it comes to tax season. Gary Baumgarten has the story.
With the deadline to file your taxes quickly approaching, psychologists are analyzing the findings of a new study, revealing that people whose behavior tends to be guided by their negative attitudes usually delay completing tasks they find unpleasant, like their taxes.
Those for whom negative attitudes tend to generalize more strongly seem to be the kind of people that delay filing their taxes.
Russell Fazio of The Ohio State University says people are faced with a process called valence weighting bias. It describes the tendency of people to tap more into either a positive or negative mindset when faced with new or tedious responsibilities.
We find that people with a negative valence weighting bias are more cautious.
Researchers found those who lean more into their negative thoughts when deciding to file their taxes early wound up procrastinating, even if there was a benefit of receiving a tax refund.
It could have been something that had been done, say, over the course of a few days, maybe even a week, but now it's got to be done in a rushed fashion.
But having a negative weighting bias is not always a bad thing. When it comes to preparing for a test, for instance, researchers say these types of people are usually more realistic about how they will perform, while people with a positive weighting bias can be overconfident and generate a false sense of security.
Experts say alcohol use is increasing among retirees and older adults. For people 65 and older, that could mean a greater risk for health issues. One specialist says the percentage of older adults who drink each month is increasing, especially among women. For baby boomers, the number of people who binge drink, develop alcohol use disorder, and die from alcohol is also on the rise. Cigarette smoke is a mainstay of casino floors in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Now workers are suing the state over it. They say that secondhand smoke has caused some of them to come down with cancer and other diseases. The lawsuit was filed by the United Auto Workers, which represents many casino workers, and another group. The litigation claims allowing smoking in casinos is unconstitutional. That's because in 2006, New Jersey passed a law called the Smoke-Free Air Act, which prohibits smoking in enclosed indoor places. But a special provision was included to exclude casinos. Workers say that denied them their constitutional rights to safety and equal protection. About 13% of new mothers say they were mistreated by medical staff during childbirth. A new study that shows more than 1 out of 8 new moms are shouted at, scolded, or ignored by a healthcare provider during their deliveries. Some new mothers said they were denied treatment, according to the publication JAMA Open Network. Others said their healthcare provider forced them to undergo treatment they didn't want. Researchers also reported higher rates of mistreatment among Black and multiracial individuals. The experiences of more than 4,400 postpartum mothers were used for the study. April is National Stress Awareness Month. While many of us don't need a reminder to be aware of our stress, it's a good time to focus on how to manage it, because stress can have a significant impact on our health and happiness. Mandy Gaither has some healthy ways to cope.
We all feel it, from our daily commute to juggling work.
Can you just eat that pancake that you have right now?
Family and schedules. Stress is all around us, and while you can't control it, you can take charge of how you cope.
How you think about stress can make or break the situation. If you perceive it to be a threat or a challenge, can significantly impact how your body and your mind responds.
Psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic says some of the red flags of increased stress include changes in your eating habits like loss of appetite or emotional eating, as well as changes in sleeping habits, sleeping too much, or not being able to fall asleep. Other symptoms include headaches, stomach issues, and mood changes.
Life is continuously stressful, so investing in some stress management techniques can be a game changer for your physical and mental health.
Albert says we can cope with stress by being active. She says exercise can help calm your mind and body, as can breathing exercises. She says what you eat can help too.
If you are chronically stressed, you can eat vitamin C rich foods to help mitigate some of the wear and tear that your body experiences from stress. Also, magnesium rich foods can be helpful. They help to regulate the stress hormones in your body and promote relaxation.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Albert says another way to relieve stress is to make sure you're getting enough sleep. She says research shows between 7 and 9 hours every night helps to restore your body and allow you to gear up to face the next day of stress and challenges. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
And we've got ourselves a clear and cool start to the day. Unfortunately for our eclipse, we're looking to be mostly cloudy. Well, then look at your forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns.
Flowers everywhere. Can you really have your passion, your skills, your career? You belong here.
Right now at 5:30, people had the opportunity to learn more about potential jobs in public safety in Joplin.
And we've got our partial solar eclipse today. Unfortunately, viewing not looking so great. We'll take a look at that and the forecast to get you out the door coming up.
Plus, April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and the Children's Advocacy Center is spreading awareness with a Glow Blue SEK event.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5:33. I'm Elise Noe.
I'm Chris Warner. So it is Monday here in the 4 states, and it's an eclipse day here in the 4 states as well. But it's looking to be relatively cloudy for eclipse time. Now, that's the thing is, though, is you still have to use the appropriate eclipse glasses to view it because the clouds don't provide the protection that you need. In order to view the eclipse. So don't think that just because it's cloudy you can go out, I'll just throw on my sunglasses.
That's
and
important.
Fine.
That's really important.
That's not how it works, unfortunately. It does not change the viewing dangers with the eclipse. So let's start first with our temperatures. We'll take a quick look outside. Joplin and Pittsburgh, 43 in Pittsburgh right now, 48 in Joplin. Unfortunately, also, we've got clear skies right now. Now, it's great. I'm just saying that it won't stay that way as we head into the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. Temperatures for the most of us, in fact, for all of us, hanging out in the 40s, but we've got a broad range of 40s from the low to upper 40s across the area, but it could be a lot colder out there, as we know. We don't want to be reminded, even just a couple years ago, having snow in April. All right, path of the total eclipse, of course, off to our south and east, and even then, there could be some cloudy skies down there, so good viewing spots are going to be limited if you're traveling down into Arkansas, for example, or out into southeastern Missouri. We are looking at about 95% of the sun being eclipsed, so it's going to start at 12:34 and reach that peak at 1:52. So we'll notice it get darker, even though we may not have a good view of it. We will notice it get darker, but of course not nearly as dark as it will be in the path of totality. And then by 3:10, the eclipse comes to an end across the area, and we'll go back to, well, cloudy skies, but it'll look a little brighter out there. So this is what we're looking at in terms of cloud cover. Again, maybe some clearing, at least for a little bit, down across the path of totality, but it's not looking fantastic out there. But for us, though, again, mostly cloudy skies, but we will be a bit on the warm side, at least, if you are planning some activities. And, of course, we are live for our Solar-bration in downtown Joplin Creative Learning Alliance at the old library. So 3rd to 4th Street on Main will be closed for this celebration. Clouds or not, lots of fun activities out there. 46 when the kids get on the bus this morning, partly cloudy, southeast breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. That bus brings them home. 72, mostly cloudy, southwest breeze 5 to 15 with some occasional gusts upwards of about 25 miles an hour. So again, today the clouds will roll in rather quickly, so it will be mostly cloudy throughout the day. We're ultimately looking at highs even into the mid to upper 70s. So if you are doing something, if you're coming to our Solar-bration event, it'll be pretty pleasant out there. Again, just the clouds are going to obstruct our view of that eclipse. We're having another full look at your forecast, including our rain chances tonight into Wednesday here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and the Children's Advocacy Center is spreading awareness with a Go Blue SEK event. The purpose of the event was for the community to learn more about how to support prevention efforts. It also included bounce houses, obstacle courses, barrel train, and much more.
Well, again, I think it's important that, God forbid anybody needs the services available here in the region, especially with child abuse. It's important to know that they are here, and there's like the Children's Advocacy Center is an amazing resource for victims of child abuse and their families.
The event was held at Lincoln Park in Pittsburgh. Well, Saturday, people had the opportunity to learn more about potential jobs in public safety. The city of Joplin hosted an expo at the Joplin Public Safety Training Center. Attendees could learn more about job opportunities in a variety of fields, including police, dispatch, fire, and EMS. The expo gave potential candidates the chance to speak with public safety groups one-on-one and see live demonstrations of different jobs.
What we're trying to do is put everybody together to where anybody that's interested in a career in public safety can come out here, have one-on-one conversations. They can look at all of our displays. They can have hands-on opportunities to just see what every agency does and dig a little bit deeper into their interest in public safety.
Public safety officials at the event say they hope to continue holding expos like this in the future to help reach more people. Well, fans got a chance to watch some friendly games of baseball at Will Norton's Miracle Field in Joplin. Saturday was the season opener for the Miracle League of Joplin, an organization that helps provide an opportunity for those with disabilities to play a sport. Organizers say they have more participants signed up than ever before.
It actually feels like really nice, you know, having them help like compete and have fun and just be an athlete, you know, it just feels amazing.
The Miracle League of Joplin has teams for both children and adults. The season games will run through May. The solar eclipse is today, and the Creative Learning Alliance celebrated over the weekend. The event kicked off Saturday with an opening reception. Saturday attendees were able to watch a production of how the eclipse affects animals and check out various education stations, including making eclipse art, mood headbands, and UV bead bracelets.
I think it means a lot of things for the community. It's a chance to learn something while you're having fun, and it's something that's for us. It's for our region. It's for our hometowns, and it's going to be a place to learn and to grow and to be together in the community.
Celebrations continue today with presentations from the Joplin Public Library and a viewing party during the eclipse, and of course we will be live there. Now to look at.
There are girls that, and even boys, that can't afford to do these things, and it's okay to not be able to afford those things. It's not shameful. And
that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. The largest active volcano in Europe is blowing smoke rings into the sky. Plus, the Israeli military says it has withdrawn its ground forces from Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
With Heritage Track, right now you can get in the seat of a John Deere.
By Aaron Sachs and Associates, proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Topping World Watch, the Israeli military says it has withdrawn its ground forces from southern Gaza. This marks 6 months since marks 6 months since the October 7th massacre. Trey Yingst has more.
That's right. It's been 6 months since the October 7th massacre. We sat down with one woman who was released as part of the November ceasefire deal. She describes what life was like as a hostage.
I am Chen Almog Goldstein, and for the past 3 years I've lived in Kibbutz Kfar Aza. Nadav, my husband, they shot him at point-blank range in the chest. There were 2 or 3 gunshot wounds, I remember, and he was lying on the floor like that quietly. I remember him with his legs folded and lying quietly. And straight away, there were 5 terrorists inside the mamad, the safe rooms, with weapons, opening the closet there and telling us to get dressed. We were naked, we were in our pajamas, and they demanded that we dress up.
What's going through your mind in that moment?
Terrible fear, fright, and shock. We got out in a line, the boys were already going out, and then Yam followed. Before that, one of the terrorists saw Yam's uniform shirt. He opened it like that. I remember his big green eyes, and he screamed at me in Arabic, and I don't understand what he's asking me.
So you're driven into Gaza with your children. What are those first few hours and days like?
It took us 7 minutes to get to Gaza and 7 weeks to return. When we came back from Gaza, the unbearable ease of how it all happened was unbearable. At first, when we arrived, we reached the tunnel. We were there for 2 days.
What were the interactions with Hamas like when you were held in these locations?
Actually, in an absurd way, they guarded us, protected us, sometimes even with their bodies, from the Israeli Air Force strikes. We talked about this absurdity. Several times. And they also made sure to point it out, like, we protect you from the Air Force attack. That is the word absurdity.
The reason Hamas wanted to keep these hostages safe is to exchange them as part of a larger ceasefire deal for Palestinian prisoners.
That's a look at World Watch. We'll be right back.
Drop off your old car and drive off in a new Honda during the trade drop-off event at Roper to customers.
We've got you covered forever at Roper Honda.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. 5:47 now on this Monday. So here's what we're thinking in terms of the eclipse. First off, this is what we're looking at in terms of totality. So of course we've got the total eclipse path that's going to be off to our south and east. For us, we are looking at about 95% totality. This eclipse will begin at about 12:34, and by 1:52 this afternoon, it'll reach its maximum at that 95%. And even then, that's still, again, night and day different from the totality path, because we'll still get some light from the sun. Even though it's going to be cloudy, we also want to remind you still need to use your eclipse glasses, because the clouds will not protect you from this light out there from this eclipse, and it'll come to an end at about 3:10 this afternoon. Now again, unfortunately, we are looking at mostly cloudy skies at the peak of the eclipse, so again, that doesn't protect your eyes. You still need to wear the eclipse glasses, but we'll also notice it get darker. We just won't have a great view of it. Along the path of totality, still clouds could interfere with that as well. So it's not going to be great viewing across our immediate area, but again, we will notice it get darker. So again, mostly cloudy skies today. Temperatures mid-upper 70s, and then overnight tonight, showers and maybe even a couple of thunderstorms out there. No severe weather expected, but a rumble of thunder or two will be possible as we go overnight and into the first part of our Tuesday. Then we're expected maybe a stray shower or two, but otherwise dry and mostly cloudy for our Tuesday. And then we'll see those showers return by late Tuesday into the overnight hours again, and we'll have scattered showers once again for us on our Wednesday as well. Right now, though, 48 in Joplin. It is clear, and again, that isn't going to last. Clouds are expected to roll in here before too much longer. East-southeast breeze at 6, making it feel like 45. Temperatures a wide swath, but all in the 40s at this point, from the low 40s to the upper 40s across the area. And again, it could be a lot worse. We had snow not long ago, a couple of years ago is what I mean. But in April, first week of April, we had snow. So I'll take slightly cooler temperatures with no snow. Mostly cloudy as we get our day underway, about 66 by 11 o'clock this morning. Heading into the afternoon, again, highs mid-upper 70s, but we will remain mostly cloudy. We'll have that southwest wind occasionally gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy through the evening. Again, it won't be until overnight tonight that we'll see a few showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms, and mild this evening as we fall back into the low to mid-50s. A little cooler tomorrow, 70s out there, evening and morning showers, otherwise mostly cloudy. More showers on Wednesday. Heading into the weekend, though, we clear out. We're a bit breezy near the upper 70s, low 80s by Sunday, and more storm chances next Monday and Wednesday. Let's check your forecast. We got more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
Neosho Arts Council free concert in the park, April 16th.
Us 4 states' finest barbecue for our 2nd year in a row.
An Alaska woman organized a special surprise for her husband on their wedding anniversary, a flash mob to their wedding song. As Dave Allgood reports, it was a cheerful moment, very needed during a dark time for the couple.
You never know what life has in store for you.
Well, I waited for 2 weeks, but the last 10 minutes I couldn't hold it anymore.
And we all take time for granted.
He wanted to go a different direction. I was like, come on, let's go.
But sometimes time is not as timeless as we'd like to think.
Wanted to do something special before it was too late.
Wandering through our day, we may have a destination, but it's the journey that sparks the fire.
When I feel down, I think of funny things that we do together, and then it just makes me smile.
But what if you knew the end?
I try not to cry, but I cry.
Arliss and Edward LeBeer found love and each other late in life.
Every day is the best day to be with him. I love you.
But after almost 2 years of marriage, Edward got the news.
As he has stage 4 glioblastoma.
Glioblastoma, an aggressive grade 4 brain cancer that doesn't care about time.
They said either 1 to 2 years.
Knowing now the burden, and time has become the precious moments and memory gems that will bond these two. So it happened.
I love that song, and I've been trying to give him little hints by playing the song every day.
The song is The Best by Tina Turner.
My wife chose that song for us, so that's our anniversary song.
You see, all Arliss wanted to do for Edward was surprise him with this wedding anniversary flash mob at the Diamond Mall. So Bartlett High School?
Yeah, we've been practicing a lot, and it was very last minute, but we were really determined that we could do it.
Stepped up and brought their best.
Oh, I love the guys dancing with my song.
His reaction is what I'm going to remember. And
strangers making time for a couple that hears their clock ticking.
I try not to think about it because I just treasure each day that I have with him.
All we have is now, and sometimes that has to be enough. I'm Dave Allgood, and that's...
It's hard to think about losing him because I love him so much.
The Allgood News.
We'll be right back.
The winning celebration continues at Indigo
Alliance Campus, downtown Joplin. Visit creativelearningalliance.org/eclipse and join us.
Well, a pet food company will make someone grin like a Cheshire cat by giving cash for showing some cool cat love. The Canada Pet Food Company wants to pay the winner of a questionnaire contest $10,000. Just be the best one to answer in a Canada questionnaire on their website. The winner will visit a Best Friends Animal Society pet adoption center and cuddle kittens for 4 hours to help promote care for kittens in need. Best Friends is an animal welfare organization helping to stop the killing of dogs and cats in shelters.
Clouds will be increasing for us through the morning, so unfortunately our eclipse viewing not that fantastic. We'll be mostly cloudy as we get our day underway. 66 by 11 o'clock this morning. Again, mostly cloudy in the afternoon, but again, remember too that the clouds don't protect you from the eclipse. You still need to wear those eclipse glasses even though it's cloudy. Don't let it deceive you. You still want to protect your eyes. Highs today, mid-upper 70s out there. We'll have that southwest wind gusting at around 25 miles an hour on occasion. Through the evening, we are mostly cloudy, not too bad temperature-wise. Overnight lows relatively mild as well into the low to mid-50s, and we could see a few scattered showers, maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder, but the good news is no severe weather expected. Showers will continue into the early morning hours tomorrow. Then we'll have a pause, be mostly cloudy through most of our Tuesday. A few more showers by the evening. We'll see showers throughout the day on our Wednesday. Breezy on Thursday. We're cooler, and then we'll warm back up. Upper 70s, low 80s heading into the weekend. We'll stay in the upper 70s next week with more storm chances on Monday and Wednesday of next week. And that is a check of your forecast. We have a whole nother hour of the KOAM Morning News right after this.
Get ready to enjoy the final year of the Joplin Memorial Run. Sign up today.